All right, guys, let's talk podcasts. I promised at least 3 people that I was going to make this episode, so I want to make it super fast and super easy for you guys. First step to starting a podcast, it's free. You can do it for free. It's not going to cost you a dime. I promise. Well, maybe it'll cost you a dime. I don't know. But regardless, first thing to do is this. Go to Anchor FM, anchor.fm actually, and subscribe. Do it for free. You can start your podcast right from there. So you can start with the name of your podcast. You can start basically everything you're going to need. And I promise you, I wouldn't tell you guys this if it weren't true. It is literally click, 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 click. It's that simple. It's that easy. Anybody can do it. I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise you that. I'm not as tech savvy as you think I am. Regardless of that, go to anchor.fm, start your podcast, get everything kind of organized, name your podcast. I would start broad. I would make it very broad. You know, I know where I am. That's why it's called Bad Reputation. But I know the atmosphere that I kind of like go through. I talk about entrepreneurship. I talk about reputation management. I talk about social media. You guys got to figure that out on your own. Then go to Zoom and sign up for a Zoom account. The reason I say this is record your episodes in Zoom. It's a great way, one, to share the quick link to anybody, because anybody can just click the link and you guys are connected from an audio standpoint. Zoom will let you record the audio and it downloads. The audio actually can download very, very small and compressed, so it's very easy to upload to Anchor that audio file, which makes it super simple. Once you've done that, and Zoom technically, the account that I use is free. It doesn't even cost me anything, which is awesome. So again, we're still operating free here. The next step is to create a Google form that you send to your guests to be able to fill out, like name, email address, what they want to talk about. Be very unselfish with it. Ask them what they would like to talk about. And from that standpoint, you want to make sure that you're getting the information of topics of the episode. And what you'll find is you'll kind of like veer off and kind of start talking about, different things. But it's a great point for you to be able to go back to and reference so you can control the steadiness of the episode. The next step would be to invest in a good mic, like 100%. Get a good mic. This is a Yeti mic. I paid, I don't know, maybe like $100 and some odd for it. To be honest with you, if you don't have a good mic, the audio is going to suck. If the audio sucks, nobody's going to listen. So you want to make sure that you invest in a good mic. It's definitely worth it. And then you want to test on your Zoom account. You want to test the audio to make sure you sound good, and B, they sound good. Because again, if the audio sucks, nobody's going to listen to an entire episode. The very first episode, by the way, should be about you. It should be an introduction of who you are, what you do, why you're starting the podcast, tell your story. That's the easiest episode to start with, and it's the very first one. The other thing is, you don't need to always have a guest on your podcast. Podcast episodes can be 6 minutes, they could be 3 minutes, they could be an hour and a half. Some of my episodes are an hour and a half, but you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in a situation where you're not always having a guest on. You want to be able to talk to your audience and share your knowledge with them. And then lastly, if you're looking for like art to kind of like design around it, to get an intro or an outro done is not that difficult. Go on Fiverr. There's people there that'll create beautiful intro and outros for your podcast. What I also like about Anchor is it gives you the ability to monetize the podcast. So if your podcast is doing well, you'll actually be able to make money from it. So I'm sponsored by Spotify and Black Tie and Squarespace. So I get paid to do episodes, which is awesome. And you guys have the ability to do that too. The other cool thing is you're creating content. You're creating a pillar of content. So you can take that audio file and you can create a blog out of it. You can send it and get it transcribed at rev.com, and you can create a blog out of it. You can create like micro and macro pieces of content that you can use on your social media accounts. You can video record your podcast episode and upload it as a YouTube episode. So there's a lot of things that you guys can do to use that podcast as the pillar of all your content. I really, really want you guys to at least try it, because I think you're going to be surprised about how well it can actually work out for you. The other cool thing is for cover art for your podcast, if you don't want to go to Fiverr, just go to Canva and create a piece of cover art. It's the same size. It'll actually, inside Anchor, it'll actually tell you the dimensions of what it should be, and you can just type in your actual custom dimensions in Canva. But I didn't want to go like all out on this video from a standpoint of like direction and production and things of that nature. I wanted to make it easier for you guys to understand. So let's recap real quick. Anchor.fm is where you're going to go to get your podcast started. Then you're going to go to Zoom and you're going to create an account there. That's where you're going to record all your episodes, send the link to the people that you're going to have on your podcast. You're then going to create a Google form, free Google form that you can send to the guests that you're going to have on. You're going to buy a really nice mic because audio is super important. Yeti, $100 some. Go to Best Buy, go to Amazon, get it. It's super important. And then just make sure that you're being consistent, right? Have fun with it. Use it as the content pillar for all your content. I hope this helps. If you have questions, you can always message me. Get podcasting, guys. Please, get podcasting.